Hey, what's going on, everybody? Froggy Stonks here. Nothing I say is financial advice, entertainment purposes only. Doing a late stream because we got big news right at close. I called it. I had to go pick up my kids, so I was driving through the mountains. Had to wait to do this. But the official announcement has been dropped for the conversion vote on APE to AMC. The announcement has been dropped. I actually tweeted it today, trying to find the tweet right now. But man, this dude, it's either a horrible coincidence or this dude is reading my tweets. At CEO Adam, time to drop the conversion vote special meeting news. The timing could not be better. The market is in perfect range for your retail shareholders to make out on this. I mean, and the fact that it only got this much traffic kills me because I tweeted it hours ago at 1:47 p.m. and then at market close, guess what? Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Proxy statement notice of shareholder meeting preliminary dropped right at market close. And guess what? APE did exactly what I said it was going to do. Massive breakout, went to 265. I did not sell. I will be holding this because AMC is still sitting around $5. APE still has room to run to catch AMC before this happens, before March, as institutions load into APE to buy it up because the conversion price is going to be amazing. Now, there is a little bit of difference from what I'm reading in this. It sounds like to me, and I'm just going to get the meat and potatoes of this. Proposal 1, to approve an amendment to our Third Amendment and restated certificate of incorporation to increase the total number of authorized common stock, that's AMC, to from 524.173 million to 550 million. So they want to add around 26 million shares of common stock to AMC before the vote even the vote's going to take place for it. But before the conversion, they want to add all those shares to AMC. So they're going to add 26 million shares to AMC. That's what they want. Proposal 2, to approve an amendment to our certificate of incorporation to effective a reverse stock split at a ratio of 1 share of common stock for every 10 shares of common stock, which together with the share increase proposal, which is proposal 1, shall permit the full conversion of all outstanding shares of preferred stock. So this is a little different. They want to do the reverse split before the conversion because they're going to need all those new AMC shares, right, to pull in the APE shares. So they want to do a reverse split so that the APE can convert into AMC without approving 800 million new shares of AMC. They're going to reverse split. They're going to do the new share count of 550 million. Then they're going to divide it by 10. And then they're going to add in the new APE shares to the float, right? So it's a little different. I thought they were going to convert APE and add up to a 1.3 billion float. So let's do the math real quick on the fly. From what I'm reading, this is what I understand. Oh, come on. We're going to do 550 million. 3. Oh, let me count my zeros. I'm sorry. I'm dyslexic. Divided by 10. So you're going to have 55 million shares, right? 55 million shares of AMC. But then you're going to add in how many shares of APE? We're all talking about 880 million. And that's going to give us 935 million shares of AMC post-conversion, post-reverse split. That's what I'm reading. To approve an amendment, certificate of incorporation, a reverse stock split at a ratio of 1 share of common stock for every 10. So you would have to take 550 million shares, divide it by 10, which gives you the 90 some million. Then you're going to add in to convert all the 800 some plus million APE. We're going to come close to 1 billion shares, right? Give or take. That's what it is. So very simply, 1, the vote is, are you going to approve the authorization of 26 million more shares to AMC, which is proposal 1. 2 is the reverse split. Are you going to approve the reverse split that's going to divide the new 550 million shares of AMC by 10 and bring it down to whatever number we got, which was, we'll do it one more time. 55 million. I'm sorry, it's dumb. It's easy math. 55 million. So if we approve proposal 1, we're going to come and add 26 million shares to the AMC float to get 550 million, which he will probably sell those shares immediately. 2, are we going to approve the reverse split, which is going to be 550 million divided by 10, giving us 55 million shares, right? 3, to approve one more adjourns of the special meeting if necessary to permit further solicitation of proxies, not sufficient vote, special time of the meeting. Each of the share increase proposals and reverse split proposals is cross-conditioned on that approval of the other. If either one of these don't pass, none of them pass, it means APE does not get converted, right? In order to affect the conversion of APEs into common stock, stockholders must approve both the share increase proposal and the reverse split. The share increase proposal alone will not create sufficient authorized common stock. So what are they doing? Proposal 1, they want to add 26 million shares to AMC. Proposal 2, 10-to-1 reverse split, 550 million divided by 10, which is going to allow the float to shrink enough to convert all of the APE that is out in the market. So the total float will grow to the maximum number that we read. So it's pretty incredible. Antara has agreed to vote or cause to be voted any APEs and shares of common stock owned or controlled either directly or indirectly, any of its affiliates, in favor 1 and 2 of proposal. This says Antara Capital will vote yes on all of it, and they have a couple 100 million shares. So that's huge. It's really big. Your vote is very important regardless of the number of shares, common stock, and or Series A preferred stock, right? Regardless of whether you plan to attend the special meeting, it is important that your shares of common stock or shares A, Series A preferred APE representing your vote be represented and voted at the special meeting, and we hope you will vote as soon as possible, right? Really big deal, you guys. This is huge. We intended to hold the special meeting in person. However, we are sensitive to public health, right? So you guys should get a proxy. You'll be able to vote. The vote is supposed to be after earnings. They are talking March 7th, I believe. Let's see. March 14th. March 7th is earnings. March 14th will be the vote. So we're going to have this is actually the best case scenario I could have hoped for, because how many times have I told everybody here to buy APE? How many times have I said it? 1 million times. And everybody into the Twitter sphere and the apes and ape radio are trying to rip my head off, calling me a shill. But I told you guys that APE was going to explode. I flipped it for 3 months, fixed my bags. And then this last week, 2 days ago, I told everybody, I tweeted it, I said it on live. I said, APE hit $1.65 and went back to $1.70. It's not going back down. I went all in. I put $19,000 into it, and I came out and boom, we read the chart today live during the Occupy Wall Street protest, which was incredible. Live. And I said it's going to have a breakout, and went exactly where I said. We hit our line. We broke way out after hours, more than I expected. 265. Somebody came in and dumped a ton of shares, and now it's going to creep back up. And as long as AMC stays above $5, man, AMC may run a little bit before APE runs, because maybe some shorts want to cover AMC and buy APE for arbitrage. They may chase each other. But regardless, we, no matter what, are going to make money on APE during the time frame of this, because the vote's not till the 14th. If APE runs to $5 and AMC stays at $5 and they match, I'll sell, and that's it. And I made 200% profit. If APE and AMC stay exactly where they are, I vote yes, and the arbitrage hits, and I make 190 or 150% profit. So no matter what, with APE, I'm winning unless the vote doesn't pass. But guess what? Antara and all these other institutions have all these millions of shares. Guess what? Jim Chanos, I'm short AMC and I'm long APE. Millions of shares. Everybody's going to load on APE to play the arbitrage so the vote passes. So whatever you guys got to do. Yeah, Coors, dude, RWK88. Dude, it's up 200% since Coors said it's the dumbest way to spend your money. Are you surprised? Coors said the SEC protest was the dumbest thing ever, and it triggered a market run today. They did an amazing job out there. Charles Payne was there. You know what? Coors is just jealous because he wasn't part of it, and he's too scared to go do it. And they did an amazing job and proved to the world you can have a successful protest, you can have it very cheaply, and you can do it in a manner with maximum magnitude, man. They created an event, and it's just the start of the avalanche that is to come. And I'm so proud of Marine and everybody that went, and Uncle Smokey for going and streaming live all day. That's why I kicked those guys some super chats. I kicked them some money on the side so they could have a nice dinner. Full support. I will be at the next protest whenever this hits. I'm hoping it's in front of the NYSE. I would love to go to New York. I think it would be absolutely amazing. Either way, here we are today. Here is the AMC. What form is this? A 14A. Schedule 14A proxy statement. I'm putting it in the chat right now for you guys to read. Please, please like and share the video. Now I'm going to drop my thesis on this with a little bit of change. I went all in on Ape. You guys know I've been flipping it. Everybody called me crazy. Everybody called me an idiot or a shill or a sellout, whatever. Made all my money back. Then we went balls in at $1.70, $18,900. We are up massively right now, and I'm still going to hold through what we just did, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I think Ape is going to have to catch up with AMC. And our good friend, our very good friend and very smart fella, Pete from Philly, Pedro on Twitter, said he thinks AMC is going to run, and Ape is going to chase it. Maybe because shorts are covering and getting into Ape or whatever, vice versa. Regardless, if AMC does not run and it stays at $5 and Ape keeps creeping up and say it hits $3, $4, we make a huge arbitrage play, right? And then I get out and then I look to see what happens after conversion, right? Either way, we're about to make that money, man. We're about to make a huge profit on Ape. It's going to be absolutely insane. And I love that we called it right. I love that we led people the right way. We pulled them away from all the shill FUD groups on Twitter. Ape Radio has no clue what they're talking about, misleading people, dug them in a massively deep hole with AMC. And everybody here that went into Ape and we talked about, and all of you in the comments that helped me develop this thesis, are heroes. You are awesome. Now we got to watch really careful from Monday through to March 14th. The great thing is, though, AMC is going to have an amazing earnings call on 7th, man. Avatar blew up, but you had all these other movies. You had Black Panther, you had Black Adam, you had Knives Out, The Onion, whatever they call it. There's just so many hits in the theater during Q4 that we're going to have a massive Q4. So here's my thesis. And I hope this is right. Ape's going to continue to walk up to try to meet AMC. Hopefully Pete is right and AMC walks up a little bit too, so we keep chasing and still have the arbitrage gap. But if we don't and AMC stays there and I see Ape go to $3.50, $4, then I'm going to sell and be done with it, because that is over 200% on all my money. That is insane. It's more than I need. It's irresponsible. I'm taking those tendies. But there still be a little bit of arbitrage gap. But now with the way the vote is set up, where they want to reverse split first, which I got to call some friends and tell them that I was a little mistaken in a space call earlier because I didn't have time to read it. This sounds like it's going to reverse split Ape first before the conversion. You got to add the new shares in proposal 1, and you're going to have to reverse split in proposal 2. So AMC could literally go. They want to reverse split AMC. AMC on the reverse split, if it was $5 and they did 10-1, it's going to $50. That's before conversion. That's crazy. That's crazy. So what he's doing is, if it passes, the reverse split goes to 50 and Ape sits there. If Ape doesn't get reverse split, and I don't know, maybe Ape will get reverse split too. I don't think it will. We're going to have shares at $1.50, $1.70, right, of Ape. And AMC gets reverse split up to 50. Ape arbitrage is now thousands of %. That is insane. So maybe Adam, Aaron, set this up a certain way for Apes to be able to get in and out of the play. But if the people who didn't listen to us on the arbitrage play didn't listen, that is insane. And I'm blown away. I want to host a space call right now and explain this, but I'm just going to post this online. So Ape is the play. From what I'm reading, let's read it nice and calm and slow again. We want to approve to our Third Amendment and restated certificate of incorporation to increase the total number of authorized shares of common stock from 524,173,073 shares common stock to 550 million. So we want to add about, let's just do the math. Let's do it all out correctly. 524,073,000 or whatever. Paste. Can I paste it in there? Come on. That won't let me paste. Here, I'll bring calculator over here. Ding. 524,173,073, right? Minus 550. How many shares are we adding? We're going to add 25,826,927 shares. I'm just going to post this up here just so we keep our numbers. So we're going to have a total of 550 million shares. Now, if they do a 10-to-1 reverse split to approve an amendment, certificate of incorporation, a reverse stock split at a ratio of 1 share of common stock for every 10 shares. They're only going to reverse common stock, you guys. This is insane. Oh my God. Oh, if they only reverse common stock, an AMC price goes from $5 to $50, and the ape stays the same, and you're in at $1.70, when it converts, you're going from $1.70 to potentially $30 per share. This is insane. So we got 550 million new shares of common stock. Then they want to approve a reverse split on a ratio of 1 share of common stock for every 10 shares of common stock. This sounds like it is before the conversion. They have to pass this before the conversion. So if we go from 550 million shares of common stock in a 10-to-1 reverse split, and we get 55 million shares that are all $50 a pop, or maybe 55 a pop, and you own ape at $1.70, and you get converted up to say, so we 55 million shares at $50, and we're going to dilute it. Let's do that math. That's what's going to tell us what our price could be. Let's do 55 million divided by, I think we know there's 516 million ape out there for sure that was given to us, and he sold about 300 million more. I don't know the total number exactly, but let's just do a rough estimate. Everybody's talking 800 million. Divided by 800 million. So that is -1. How many percent dilution is that? Man, my brain fart right now. How do I do the calculation? Percentage change calc. I'm sorry, guys. It's late and my math is off. So we're going to do from 55 million up to 800. 55, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, up to 800 million. 800. How many percentage chain is that? What dilution percentage? That's a 1,354% dilution. So if we're doing that much, how much does the price come down at $50 on a 1,800 or 1,354% dilution? So effectively, he's reverse splitting AMC, and then ape being converted is almost like a forward split, right? So the price, see, and some of you are probably better at math than I am. I'm tired right now, man. I just got traffic. This is absolutely crazy. This is hot. This is hot. Calc. So $55 times 1,345%. 739. So how do we do that? How do we do this? If we're putting 800 million shares into a float of 55 million and the price is $55, so 0.04 price would effectively come back down because the float's being rediluted at a factor. So I'm having a total brain fart right now on how to do this, and I wish I wasn't. I know how to do this. So we're going to have 855. Well, hell, I mean, let's just do this. 55. Oh, I'm sorry. How much would the price come down on a dilution like that? That's the calculation I'm looking for. Let's see. You notice there's no Feb AMC1 option contract? Yeah, the options, this whole AMC1 crap that Blunts was on, you guys, it's all garbage, man. So 55 million times 1,345% gives us around 800. So what would the stock price? So let's say $55 at 55 million is 1-to-1. $55 at 739. It's probably going to bring us right back down to the same price range, I'm thinking. Let me confer with somebody on the math on that. I'm having a total brain fart right now. You need to read more. You are spreading misinformation. Hey, Furfur, you're completely freaking wrong. You are completely wrong. I am not spreading misinformation. I called this to the T. I called this out perfectly. Leave the channel. You don't know what you're talking about. So it says right here, proposal 1, 524,173,073 common shares. They're going to add 24.5.7 million into 550 million. Proposal 2 is to reverse stock split 10-to-1, meaning you're going to take 550 million divided by 10, meaning you're going to have a $55 price average, and then they're going to convert, right? So you're taking 55 million shares at $55 and you're converting 800 million into it, which is, yeah, exactly what we talked about. It's going to be like $3-4 stock price because it's the same conversion ratio as we would do if we said we converted and then did the reverse stock split. So we're going to end up in the same range. But what's going to be amazing is if Ape tries to catch up to, once the stock is reverse split, the conversion doesn't sound like it's going to happen immediately. So if we go to $55 on the reverse split and then Ape's converted, Ape arbitrage is going to be insane because Ape's not getting reverse split. Ape's going from $1.80 to potentially that $3, $4, $5 range. Well, how does that, the market is going to trip out so much on this, you guys. The market is going to lose its mind because it's going to be adding shares, a reverse split, and a conversion, and they couldn't even freaking issue Ape correctly. So if something happens and AMC's reverse split and it's sitting at $55, right? And the conversion starts, if there's any delay in conversion or something happens or whatever, and Ape runs like crazy to say $10, and I'm not saying it is, but if something happens and we have Ape freaking go, it's going to be amazing. Furfur, dude, I like your channel. I'm not attacking. Then stop saying I'm spreading FUD. Why would you come in here and say I'm spreading FUD when I've been right on everything I've said? Doesn't make any sense. I'm just not dealing with it anymore. In order to effect conversion of Apes, common stock shareholders must approve both the share increase proposal and the reverse split. The share increase proposal alone will not, blah, blah, blah. Details regarding how to attend the meeting. That's it. That's what it is. Somebody said there's numbers at the bottom. Let's see. Information regarding special meeting. Company had 500. Oh, wow. Here we go. 517.5 million shares of common stock and 9.298 shares of Series A preferred stock with 929.849 million apes representing such shares. So there's almost a billion ape out there, you guys. That's crazy. So let's say this. 550 million shares, 10-to-1 reverse split, 55 million. Then we are going to convert 929.849 million shares of Ape into AMC. So the float is going to be close to $1 billion, right at $1 billion. So if we're $55 divided by 1 billion shares, we're going to get We're going to come right back to around the price that we're at right now, I think. But in the meantime, while this is happening, what are shorts doing? It's absolutely crazy. We need someone to read this whole 13 and let us know what's up. I'm reading it to you right now. Shell then, after reverse split, short to the ground to make it. Yeah, the reverse split. Well, here's the thing. Here's what I believe on that, WRK. If they would have converted and then reverse split, it would have been shorted to the ground. But now that it's a reverse split down to 55 million at 55 bucks, dependent on the conversion, they don't want to short it because they hold ape long. They want that massive conversion ratio. So if anything, they're going to wait until it's converted, cash out, and then they'll short the stock. This is wild because when 25 million shares are added and then it's reverse split, we're going to have 55 million shares. We'll be at $55 a share at the current price right now. But if you then dilute 800 some million shares into the float, 900 million shares into the float, you're going to crush the stock price down on that dilution. It's going to kill the stock price immediately. Ape is going to go down to all-time lows. But with this change in what we're reading, if you own Ape and get converted, right, into AMC, Ape from $1.70 to like a $5 share or a $3 share of AMC, you now own AMC at the new all-time low. And if they decide to cover their shorts at that new all-time low and we run back to 10 bucks, your $1.70 shares of Ape now just valued up to 10 bucks on those shorts covering, which then Adam Aaron can do a stock thing. So the reverse split before the conversion is actually a good thing if you're holding Ape. That's amazing. But guess what? This market's going to go absolutely insane when this happens. This is going to blow the market makers' minds. And what else is going to happen? Brokers who have shares out on loan, they're going to have to start recalling shares. So maybe Adam Aaron did us a solid on this one in a way, if you're playing Ape arbitrage. But to the AMC holders, if you're holding nothing but AMC, Adam Aaron is just, well, Adam Aaron, and I'm going to change my mind on this. Adam Aaron did not hurt you. You hurt yourself because all you screamed was buy and hodl on AMC, right? And held your shares through all this information instead of doing the DD and listening to people. So it's crazy. In the end, AMC should only have 175 million. That is wrong. That's not right. After the reverse split, there will be 55 million shares of AMC, but they're going to convert 928 million shares of Ape into AMC 1-to-1, meaning we're going to have a float of 1 billion. That's what's going to happen. So all the AMC holders who didn't get out of the play and move into Ape, you're going to get slammed unless there is hope. If you hold Ape all the way through, you're going to get converted and diluted and your cost average is going to go to shit. It depends on if the shorts cover after the conversion is over at the new all-time low that AMC is going to be sitting at. And we don't know how much is going to be converted and how high the price will go. So after conversion and arbitrage, reverse split, arbitrage conversion, if AMC comes back down to like $3 or $4 or whatever and shorts cover, my $1.70 shares of Ape that are converted into AMC are now worth $3. I'm in at the new all-time low. My cost average is beautiful. And if it runs 10, 15, 20 bucks, I am going to make a ton of money. So my plan is perfect. It is perfect. LST Gaming, thanks, Spence. Got it, Ron Kitchen. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Guys, I'm sorry if I'm coming at you in the chat. Look, I'm not here for comments of people that have no clue what they're talking about right now. I will read comments that are logical, not just one-click line saying, oh, this is FUD, blah, blah, blah. This is important. This is huge. This is not a game. There's a ton of AMC apes and there's a ton of apes who have a lot of money on the line that need to know what's really going on. And so far, all the AMC people who are against T0, against DRS, and who are against the protest are screaming, hold AMC to the moon, hold AMC to the moon. And guess what? You're going to get massively diluted in less than 3 months. You're going to get reverse split 10-to-1, and then your $55 share price is going to tank down to all-time lows, probably below $5, because they're going to dilute by over 928 million shares. In the Q in Section A, it says 144 million. The Q in Section A. How are you going to have 100 and so here's this. How are you going to have 144 million if you're converting over 900 million shares of APE into AMC? That makes no sense. There's over it says right here, 929,849,612 APE such shares of Series A preferred stock outstanding. So if those are converted and we're moving that into 55 million shares of AMC, then that's almost a billion shares. It's not 114 million shares. Where is, hold on, let's see here. Who's saying that? I lost it. In the Q and A section, it says 144 million. The Q and A section. Annex A. Proposal, forward-looking statements. Oh, that's important. This is all the big holders at AMC. I don't know. I think I'm right. I think I know exactly what I'm talking about here. We've discussed it a million times. What page is the Q&A section on? Yeah, Roscoe's got it. APE plus AMC, exactly. So the reverse split is only going to hit AMC common stock, taking us to 55 million, and then 900 some plus million APE is going to get pushed into AMC as new AMC shares. So it's going to be like a billion float. Either way, that's what I'm reading. You guys can read it yourself. That's why I'll post the link in here again, just for you guys. You guys formulate your own decisions. I'm not telling you what to do or how exactly it's going to happen, but I've been right so far. Oh yeah, popcorn comes out the same day as conversion. So we have all the catalysts landing right at once. A wants super small slope, so it can be hard for shorts to keep shorting it. Then it will be like GME per share. Yes, but you're putting all the APE into AMC, which means you got 924 million APE going into AMC. Our float will be $1 billion. Our float will be $1 billion, but it could cover some share recalls. It could cause some share recalls. The problem is AMC is going to get hammered. It'll go to $55, but then it's going to get diluted by over 1,000%. So it's going to come way down again. And it might give the shorts time to cover, and then AMC will rock. But the problem is if you're holding AMC through it, your cost average is going to get annihilated. That's why you buy APE at all-time lows under $2, and you get converted in, and then it runs as your new AMC shares, and your cost average is only $1.70. Jeremy, get with Biggums. I know you hate him, but Biggums is, man, I'm not dealing with Biggums. He's been wrong about so much stuff, it's not even funny. He's caused a lot of problems in the community. I don't know where he was with, he's all the money and super chats he makes, and then he's not on with any, he didn't go to the protest or nothing. I don't know, man. I'm not in the mood for it. I've been right. I have been right for the past 3 months. And then my tweet, literally today, I predicted it. I tweeted that Adam Aaron should do this today, and he did it. So you guys think what you want. Look, I respect all of you. I think you're all awesome. I made my play. I am way up right now because I made my play instead of listening to people who don't understand the documents, to people who are worried about Phase 6 or 14032 or AMC1 or blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Mizzy, whoa, Biggums is on the money. Stop the infight. It's not infighting. He's been wrong every freaking time. He's been wrong so many times, it's not even funny. I don't care. I'm not talking about Biggums on here. He can do him, and I wish him the best. I don't care. But these guys have caused a massive rift. So that's what I'm talking about. You guys got my thesis. We've talked about it for 3 months. I am positive on my AMC position because I was flipping APE this entire time, which everybody called me a shill for. And then we nailed it this week with everything we did. We sold at $1.90, bought back in at $1.70. Massive position. I put over $19,000 into it. Boom. We're going to run like freaking crazy. So if you're in APE, you want this to pass. If you're not in APE and you're in AMC only, you definitely do not want this to pass. So you guys got to think about what you can do. So this is the risk. This is the risk, you guys. If this doesn't pass, the APE holders are going to get crushed, right? So you got to be able to get out quick. If you're in APE and the vote does not pass, you have to sell immediately because insiders are going to sell first. They're going to dump their shares and APE is going to crash. But I think this next week, you're going to see APE climb steadily, trying to catch up to, you're going to try to catch up to AMC. Phase 6 is nonsense. Phase 6 was nothing but designed to stop people from starting new positions they couldn't afford, which is why it's called initial margin. It was not meant to unwind any positions that are overly leveraged in a bad way. It was meant to help the institutions, not us. But it doesn't matter because we're right on the money. We are right on the money, guys. We know exactly what we're doing here. Now everything is dropped almost exactly as I predicted, except the reverse split coming before conversion, which I actually like better. I like it way better. Reverse split, we're going to go to $55. If that's the price, $550 AMC right now. We're going to go down to 55 million shares. Then we're going to convert APE into AMC, 55 million float. We're going to have close to 1 billion shares. $55 is going to come down in price. I don't know what price it's going to go to exactly because the numbers are going to change. I'm going to guess like still $3 to $4 range, maybe $2.50. When it crashes down, I make all that money on my APE, which is probably why we ticked out at $260 today, which I'm not surprised. APE ticked out right at $265, right? So this could give us an indication of what price AMC is going to come down to after the conversion, which means that is over 100% gain for me. Well over 100%. 150% gain on my APE that I bought at $170 going into, well, like $220, going into conversion. So I'm going to make a ton of money. I'm going to make over 50 G's on this. And then I get to sit and wait where all my new AMC shares that are $250 at all-time low, which is my new cost average, if shorts cover then and it runs to $10, then I make another 200 to 300 to 400% depending on how high it runs. And I get my squeeze, baby. That's my squeeze because I played the arbitrage. It's not the squeeze everybody was begging Adam Aaron for to send AMC to $1 billion or whatever, which was never going to happen. But because the apes who are buying HODL and AMC to the moon and AMC is going to go to this or zero and Adam Aaron couldn't raise money, he had to go around us to do this, but still left the back door open for us. So yes, he did something shady. I'm a little upset about it, but he didn't leave us out in the rain as bad as I thought he did. The back door is still open to get into the play, or at least it was today, right? I told everybody to get into APE. It's a little risky now. It may try to retrace and come back down because there's a lot of time before the vote. So institutions may want to try to knock APE down to get in for the play. Or if I was an institution short AMC, I'd be covering my AMC shorts and let it run and buy into APE, and then APE will chase it up, and then we'll have our conversion. The 10-to-1 reverse split, say if AMC goes back to 10, the 10-to-1 reverse split puts AMC at $100, and then we push 900 million shares into it. It's going to be amazing. I feel like I'm not going to lose on this whatsoever at this point in time. So, absolutely amazing. I don't know page 12. Let's go look at page 12 and give Furfur the benefit of the doubt here. But it clearly states that they got 928 million APE they want to push into AMC. Page 12. Yeah, we read page 12, man. I don't know what you're talking about. When this is done, there should be close to 1 billion shares of AMC out in the market. Look at page 14 as well, please, at the bottom. Page 14 at the bottom. Okay. Special meeting. Only holders of record of shares of the common stock and Series A preferred stock at the close of business February 8th. You have to own shares before February 8th, right? So I can still vote right now. If you buy shares after February 8th, you can't vote on them. If your shares are held in an account at a brokerage firm, bank, or broker-dealer or other similar organizations, then you are the beneficial owner of shares held in street name. And these proxy materials were forwarded to you or should be forwarded to you. Some of you will not get your proxy from your institutional brokers because they are going to take that and vote for you so this passes. A lot of you will not get your proxy, I guarantee it, unless you're direct registered. I don't care if I get my proxy or not because I'm sorry, at this point in time, I'm an AMC ape. I'm voting yes for this because we've warned everybody. about what's going to happen. We laid it all out black and white. And if people still listen to Ape Radio and sat and held AMC and are going to continue to hold AMC through a reverse split massive dilution, I can't help you. But I can make this money, which I'm going to use to help other people. You guys know I give out all my YouTube money. You guys know I was kicking out donations to the SEC guys today, and we do a lot of charity on the side, St. Jude's and all that. So I'm done with the whole AMC, oh, only AMC is it, and don't talk about Adam Aaron and blah. The people who did that restricted others and misled others into holding AMC and are going to continue to mislead them to hold AMC through this conversion, dilution, reverse split, and they're going to get killed. Page 12. Let me just search it. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. The only... In addition, if the charter amended proposal are approved, 9.28 million shares of Series A preferred stock represented by 849 million apes as of the record date will convert into 92,824 shares of common stock. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, hold on a minute. I was wrong. Hold on a minute. Maybe they are going to reverse split ape. On an aggregate basis, the number of our outstanding shares of common stock as of February 8th, the record date, would decrease from 517 to approximately 51 million. That's the reverse split. In addition, if the charter amendment proposal are approved, they want to approve another 9.2 million shares of Series A, represented by 929 million apes, as of the record date, will convert into 92.984 million shares of common stock, resulting in a combined total of approximately 114 million shares of common stock. Subject to the approval of the share increase proposal, our total number of share of common stock authorized for issuance would be 550 million. What they're saying, but that wouldn't make APE a 1-to-1 conversion. That's going to convert 929 million apes into 92.9 million shares of common stock, which isn't a 1-to-1. That doesn't seem right. Let's triple check this. And I'm sorry I got on everybody. Look, I'm tired. I was in traffic all day. But we'll get this. So 9,298,490 shares. Okay. In addition, if the charter amended proposals are approved, 9.298 shares of Series A preferred stock, which is represented by 929.849 million of apes, will convert into 92.984 million shares of common stock. So that is the 1-to-100th. So if the apes are converted, then 100 shares of my ape would only be 1 share of common stock? That doesn't make sense because he said it's a 1-to-1. That's not right. There's something misleading there. If a reverse stock split is approved and implemented, every 10 shares of issued and outstanding common stock you own will be automatically converted into 1 share of common stock. No fractional shares of common stock. Each ape currently represents 1/100th of a share of Series A preferred stock. Each share of Series A preferred stock, in turn, is currently subject to the terms thereof, convertible into 100 share of common stock, and is entitled to vote on the same basis. What? 1/100th of a share of Series A preferred. Each share of Series A preferred stock, in turn, is currently subject to the terms convertible into 100 shares. See, and then it redoes it there, where if one ape is it 100 shares of ape equals 1 share of preferred stock? But then they say, accordingly, 1/100th of a share of Series A preferred stock is currently entitled to 1 vote, equating to 1 vote per ape. As of February 8, 2023, 9.298 million shares of Series A preferred stock, which would be the 929.8 million shares of ape, were outstanding, of which all the 9.298497 shares were represented by the 929.84 apes. So the 929.8 million apes that are out in the market represent 9.298 million shares of Series A preferred. Each of the share increase proposal reverse split cross condition on the approval of the other of the apes affecting reverse stock split. Each ape currently represents 1/100 invested in the equivalent 100 shares of common stock. Yeah. So how is the float going to be that low? Because they're saying here that a 1/100th interest in the equivalent of 100 shares of common stock upon conversion. So that would mean that 1 ape is going to turn into 100 shares of common stock? Woo! And maybe I'm reading this wrong. 15 top. Page 15 doesn't have, oh, page 15, not, okay, PDF. 15. Insane. We need to have a space call about this tomorrow. Reverse stock split will not affect the par value. Following share increase proposal will increase to 550 million. See, this is where the ape confusion always came in with everybody. What's the 1/100th? But what they're trying to say, and what I'm reading, is 1 ape is 1/100th of a preferred share, right? So you would need 100 ape for 1 preferred share. But they're converting all of the ape into common stock. 1 preferred share equals 1 common stock. But that doesn't make any sense because that would literally dilute your ape shares by an incredible amount. I don't think that's how it's going to work. Page 14 top. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up with the comments, guys. Hold on. So page 14 top. The share increase proposal. The company may put the adjournment proposal to vote in order to seek additional time to obtain sufficient votes in support of the share increase proposal. The board may not be able to adjourn the special meeting to a later date. Holders of shares of common stock and Series A preferred stock or apes representing such shares. In addition, each of the share increase proposal and the reverse split proposal is cross condition. What do you want me to read on page 14, Furfur? I'm not getting it. So this is page 14. Are you talking PDF 14? Let's go to PDF 14. So which is actually page 3. 100 apes equals 1 share of Series A preferred equals 100 shares. Okay, yeah, okay. So it's 1-to-1. It's 1-to-1. So 100 apes is going to equal 1 shares of preferred, but you're going to get 100 shares of common stock for your 1 share to preferred. If you own 100 apes, you own 1 share of preferred, and it's saying it equals 100 shares of common stock. So it's 1-to-1. 1 ape equals 1 share of common stock. 100 apes equals 1 share of Series A preferred stock equals 100 apes equals 1 share of Series A preferred stock equals 10 shares of common stock. 1 ape equals what? 100 apes equals 1 share of Series A preferred stock equals 100 shares of common stock. After the, okay, 1 ape equals 1 share of common stock after the approval of the charter amendment of proposals. Then with that, because of the split, the reverse split, 100 apes is going to equal 1 share of Series A preferred stock. Okay. So that's why the float's going to be lower. Thank you, Fur. I apologize to you. I'm hyped up. Too much caffeine, traffic. So what's going to happen is the reverse split is going to affect the ape too. In a way, unconditionally, after the proposal, if you own 100 apes, that will equal 1 share of Series A preferred stock. So if you own 100 apes, you're going to get 10 shares of common stock after the conversion. 1 ape equals 1/10 of a share of common stock. After delivery of shares of common stock by the transfer agent and depository following, at the automatically adjust post-split rate of 10 shares of common stock. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys what. We got this video out. I think I got a handle on this now. The reverse split is going to affect your conversion rate. So we will have a smaller float, because if the approval is passed, if you own 100 ape, you're going to get 10 shares of common stock. That's what's going to happen. So it's not going to be necessarily the huge float, but the arbitrage is still there. The arbitrage is still there. What they're saying is 100 apes equals 1 preferred share, right? Your apes at 100 of them equal the preferred share, 100 to 1, right? What they're also saying is that that also equals 100 shares of common stock, right? After the conversion, after the approval, your 100 apes are now still equaling 1 share of preferred stock, but you're getting 10 shares of common stock instead of 100, right? So the reverse split is going to affect this. Bigum's already explained this weeks ago. Sorry. I'm going to tell you what. The next person that says Bigum's in the chat is getting booted from the channel. I do not care what Bigum says. You all know that. He's gotten so much wrong over the past 2 years, it's not even funny. I don't care about what Bigums is talking about. If you like Bigums, go to his channel and support him. I'm tired of seeing Bigum's names in my chat. It's annoying. So, you guys have the link. Go read this multiple times over the weekend. I'm going to go back and reread this again a lot more. But the thesis is still the same. The gain is still going to be the same. Just hope this all doesn't happen at $1.96 like Credit Suisse. And that's what I'm saying, guys. I'm telling you right now that the AMC holders are going to get destroyed on this, man. This is the same thesis. The math is a little different. But if you're holding AMC through all this, you're going to get killed. You're going to get absolutely destroyed. Ape is going to pay out like freaking crazy. And it depends, too, because if AMC starts to go up because shorts cover and Ape starts running because of the arbitrage value, you're going to make a ton of money on Ape. I'm so glad I did not listen to everybody saying, hold AMC till the whatever. It's absolutely crazy, man. So you guys, we all make mistakes, whatever. The thesis is right. We called this to the T. We literally tweeted. I tweeted today, hey, you should do this today, Adam Aaron, and he did it. I don't even talk to the man. And boom. So I'm going to keep holding my ape, all my ape, through up till we get closer to the vote. And if Ape starts to creep up in value closer to AMC and we get to higher and higher and higher and up to 300%, I'm going to sell. Miziwo, buy and hold both. Simple. Miziwo, if you hold AMC through the reverse split and then through a dilution, your AMC is going to devalue massively because the price is $5. It's, or whatever your cost average is. If you're at 10, 20 bucks, it's crazy. Anyways, that's what I got. I'm going to close the video down. We got a lot of people in here. I'm going to re-go over this weekend. I got to get my kid dinner. We're doing potato soup. Just got out of traffic. I need to calm down, relax, recompose, read this more fully. But I think we got what it is. Still, if you only hold AMC, you don't want this. If you hold Ape, you want this. So it depends on what side of the fence you're on. Either way, you all need to vote which is best for you and your money and your family. Because if you hold AMC, you're an ape. If you hold Ape, you're an ape. So how are you going to fight each other on what's wrong and right? Do what is best for you, because the more retail that makes more money is better for the fight that we're in right now. I will come back probably Monday, talk about this in a space call with the crew, because I think Amy, and I know everybody doesn't like, I didn't even like Amy, but whatever. Amy is right on a lot of things, and I'll admit that. She's going to want to talk about this, and we're going to talk about it together. We're going to get an opinion from somebody who is not in the play, opinion from somebody in APE, an opinion from somebody in AMC, come to the full conclusion, which I think is going to revert back exactly to the thesis I formed anyways. I think it's going to be perfect. Ms. Harris, thank you for coming in the chat. I appreciate you. Guys, have a great night. Props to the SEC, Occupy SEC people. You guys are amazing. Marine, Uncle Smokey, everybody that was out there, Naked Truth. You guys freaking rock. Charles Payne, thank you for covering the Occupy Wall Street. I hope we see more Occupy SEC. You guys have a great night. Froggy Stonks out.